Hi everyone, this is Christine Kopr with Sotheby's Realty, giving you an update in the market for early March 2021, taking a look at the February stats. Now we're going to be sending out our stats package next week. However, all of our subscribers get our special market report called SnapStats. And what's great about SnapStats is it shows you exactly what's going on in your market based on your price range and your price and your location. So very quickly, before I jump into that, obviously we've been hearing a lot about the marketplace. It has been hot. We've been seeing last week, we saw a couple of deals, multiple offers, condos listed at 800,000, getting 21 offers, selling for 975. Another condo listed 800,000, getting 11 offers, selling for 905, etc. So multiple offers are very common. Most likely, you're going to need to go subject free and with a deposit check in many cases in order to even be in the game. So you might be asking yourself, if you're a buyer, how do I get myself into that position? Who's on your team and how you execute is 100% going to impact how you're going to come out on the other end of that. Now, if you're a seller right now, these times are unprecedented. The winds are at your sails. So being a seller, you're in a very good position. The key, though, is getting into the next property. And so doing everything strategically, as well as making sure you're not leaving any money on the table. So we're here and available if you would like to sit down and have a consultation on how to make that happen. Now, of course, not all product is behaving the same. For example, condos with no outdoor space, smaller condos, that sort of thing, downtown still impacted. However, that is very quickly changing depending on the product type. So with that, I wanted to do a quick summary about the condo landscape and how you can look at these snap stats according to your specific situation. So I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to quickly just do a review of the SnapStats selling rate. So the sales to list ratio, very much like my months of inventory that I talk about, but this is how many units are listed and how many sold in this particular listing versus just inventory. So in the city of, or in the greater real estate board of Greater Vancouver, anything above 21% is considered a seller's market. 15 to 20% is a balanced market, and below 15%, you're considered to be in a buyer's market. So let's take a look at some numbers here. Now, I am going to do a quick recap on condo inventory just to show you what's happened in the year that just passed us. So if we look back at March of 2020, there was a total of 630 listings downtown. Once we hit, and actually that's in all of downtown, including Cole Harbor, the West End, and Yaletown. And I just want to point out, downtown there was 221 homes listed, 72 homes sold, and these are the combined numbers here at the bottom. Jumping over to October, into the height of the pandemic, and look at that, we had 432 listings downtown. It's almost a double, and 1,152 listings in total for downtown. So we went from 221 to 432 and 630 listings to 1,152 listings. In terms of sales, in October of 2020, we had 180 sales versus the 171 sales we had earlier that year. So not a lot of sales, but a lot more inventory in October. Now, moving ahead, so this was kind of the peak of when the inventory was high. Now, here we are. This is looking at last month's numbers because we just finished February. So we're back down to a total of 760 units available for sale, and we had 243 sales last month, so higher than the 170 that was happening back in October. And in particular with downtown, we're back to about 270 sales and, listed homes and 105 sales. So you can see that the inventory has come back down and actually sales have increased. And when you're looking at the sales ratios, in fact, downtown from a broad perspective is sitting at a 39% sales ratio. And if you recall, anything over 22% is the seller's market. However, we got to go back and take a look at price point. So in February here, as you look at the price bands, you can see that pretty much it's a seller's market coming up all the way to about that $900,000 mark. And then you're sitting on the cusp of a balance to a seller's market. And that kind of holds true all the way through to the 2.250 and above price points. Then we start to slowly taper off to a buyer's market once you hit the 2.750 mark and above. So that kind of gives you an idea what's happening in the different price bands. And the same thing here in terms of the number of bedrooms, how many homes are on the market. And so downtown, there's 323 0 to 1 bedrooms homes listed, 132 sold last month. So that's a 41% sell-through ratio. So above that 22% for a seller's market. And then you can go down and take a look at the different bedrooms. Price points are starting to come back up as well. So we're over here at 741 is your average sale price downtown. And this, if you go back to the beginning of right before COVID, so March of 2020, you know, prices were somewhat higher, so they're still off, okay? And you can see the inventory was also much different back then. February in 2020, we had 571 homes listed. Now we have 735. So there's still more inventory. In terms of solds, we just did 167 in the month of February. And back in March, we did about 145 or 171. So about the same. So you can see that there's still some opportunity downtown, and that is changing. We can go through that with a detached market as well. You can see there's substantially less detached homes on the market at this time. And we have a lot of different factors playing into that. You know, I think overall COVID is having an impact where you're not having as many people want to list their homes. They don't want to have people coming into their homes because of COVID, particularly if they are older, then where are they going to go? And they may not want to be moving into any care facilities and that type of thing. So there's less detached homes on the market. And of course, everybody has now realized we're all spending a lot more time at home. And so if you already have a detached home, you might be valuing it a lot more than you used to. So with that, we look forward to hearing from you. We hope that that was a great update. And if you have any questions, we invite you to reach out to us, and we look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care.